What's up, guys? Welcome to the SPL. I'm Tasteless. With me is Valdez for a very special day. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic, Tasteless. Glad to be down here for the round one finals. We're going to have the quote-unquote revenge match.
That's right. And taking a closer look, first we have over here SK Telecom. And on the other side of the arena is Jin Air Green Wings. A lot of people saying SKT will win this, but I think it's definitely realistic that Jin Air could pull through.
Jin Air, they've got a lot of these fantastic, tricky players. Nowadays, SOS Rogue, they can really show up when it matters the most. But we are going to start here with MyuNgSiK versus Cure, which is a very interesting matchup because definitely not in the top four. I mean, Cure, I guess, is, but MyuNgSiK,
yeah, sure.
I mean,
I think
SKT has so many players.
I have to say, Valdez, I was a little bit surprised by the MyuNgSiK pick to go out first, but clearly he must have some kind of a plan. It's also possible that they try to save their stronger players in the back to try to get more counterplay coming in.
Yeah.
Maybe they pick a more mid-tier, well-rounded player because that's a little bit safer against, you know, anything, and then they realize, okay, now it's time to bring out SOS, or now it's time to bring out Maru, something like that.
And MyuNgSiK, you know, another very tricky Protoss. He's become more macro-oriented these days, but still got a bunch of nice builds in his pocket. And we're starting on Ulrena for map number 1. We're going to have that 2 times tonight if it does go to Game 7.
That's right.
Setting that on this map, anything could happen.
I love this map. It makes for some really interesting games. I don't quite know what to expect with these two players specifically. This is not your normal match. We haven't quite seen this match many a time before. So, I don't know, man. Let's see what happens. By the way, guys, tell your friends to tune in and join us here.
Yeah.
If you're down at the studio, we have bracelets. If you support SK Telecom, you can represent it. But wait. What about Jin Air Green Wings? You can support them as well. So, we also have, do you have on that paper the Twitter thing we're doing?
Oh, right.
We have a contest, or not a contest.
Not a contest,
you can engage on Twitter with the show.
Hashtag SKTSC2win
yes.
or hashtag JAGSC2win. Obviously, you're voting for either SK Telecom or the Jin Air Green Wings. And
we're going to tally that up. So start tweeting about this. Just use that hashtag. Make sure you spell it correctly. And then we're going to see online who is supporting and cheering for or cheered for the most here.
Yeah, and now taking a look at how many times these guys have gotten a bunch of 2 kills, 3 kills, 4 kills. On the left side, Innovation getting 3 of each. So definitely a player we will be seeing tonight, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure. This is going to be very interesting. Now, if you take these two teams and you look at the different play styles, I feel like with SKT, what you really get if you had to boil it and get down to the core of how the team operates, it's a fantastic mechanical team. Their players are solid, strong, well-rounded, know how to survive in the late game. Now, Jin Air Green Wings is where it gets a little bit more interesting. There's a lot more tactical plays, a lot more mind games. They're a much trickier, sneakier team.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to make this match here today so interesting.
Jin Air, definitely a team that can pull out best-of-1 builds, which is exactly what we do have for Pro League. Now, the last time these guys faced off was, of course, the finals of 2015, the grand finals of Pro League.
That's right.
And SKT did win, I think it was 4-2 there, did take the win. So Jin Air looking for that revenge, and SKT before proving that they are the better team in Pro League.
So we're going to have a long, fantastic night tonight here. This is a very special night for Starcraft 2. This is the biggest night for Tasteless in his team casting career so far.
That's true.
That's right. And I got to say, I'm really excited. Personally, man, I'm rooting for Jin Air. I would love to see them win, but again, I think SKT is just too good, man.
I would have to agree with you on that one. I actually am rooting for SKT to take the other side. Yeah, just a lot of players.
You are from New York, right? You also cheer for the Yankees as well, right?
I was gonna make that reference, but you made it before me. They're the Yankees of Pro League.
They are the Yankees. They're the Yankees of esports, man. You can't.
They've got all the best players.
The best players are the best
funded. It's like, okay, there you go. Direct comparison made.
Yeah, there you go, man. All right. Guys, again, tell your friends to join us here. We got people, as you can see, in the audience from Finland, but many other countries down here represented as well. A truly special night here in esports. And by the way, when I was coming down to the studio today, there was a line wrapping around the block.
Oh, yeah.
coming in here.
You can tell. I mean, look at the ground floor. Every seat is filled on the top floor even. There's no room to stand.
Yeah, we don't actually have cameras. That's actually true. We don't have any cameras up here, but there's a whole second floor in the stadium that is completely filled up.
Now, I want to mention once again the Twitter event that we do have going on.
There it is.
SKT SC2 win or hashtag JAGSC2 win.
Jag SC2 win. That's one of those two guys. Start tweeting about it. Say something like, I'm so excited, I love esports. Hashtag SKSC2 win. Or you could be like, Jesus and Valdez are so good at cashing. Hashtag JADG. Whoa, that was close. SC2 win. Just to give you some examples of that.
Yeah. So go ahead and make one of those tweets, guys. And as we said before, that'll be tallied up. And the winner will be displayed on stream of who has more. So far, we have Jenner Greenwings.
Whoa! Whoa! 73%. I did not expect
green
that.
Boomsticks over there on the
Look
right.
at the green. They're powering up, man. They're giving them their energy. Well, you know, a lot of people like to cheer for the underdog, unless you're Valdez. then you like the Yankees.
Then you're just, yeah. You just jump on the bandwagon, right? SKT, they're the best. I love them. There you go.
Hey, man, they still might take this handedly. Taking a closer look at MyuNgSiK here. Now, again, you and I were both a little bit surprised that you would pick MyuNgSiK to come out early on.
He's played one game so far in 2016 for Pro League. Obviously, you know, he's in the round of 16 at GSL.
That's true.
He's definitely looking better and better the more I see him play. But to bring him out here in the first time when you only get 4 players to use, definitely means one of their bigger players is not going to get to play today.
All right, and we have Kira over here. Not long ago, this guy was rank 1 on the ladder. A total god of Terran. But again, also, if I was running the team, I wouldn't have picked him first to come out. Maybe I'm wrong about that, though.
I mean, it's an interesting choice because we don't see him all too often. He's 2-1 so far in Pro League for 2016. But everybody on Jin Air says that he's in the best shape, in the best form, the best player in the house. That's over Maru, over SOS, over Rogue. So maybe we'll see something out of this guy
That's
today.
true, man. It's a different beast when you're inside the booth playing on live TV. This is game number 1, MyuNgSiK against Cure here at the SPL. Introducing our players here in the upper left, in the orange. Oh my God.
Here we go.
Here we go.
This is how we start the day, guys.
All right, I don't even know if we're going to do the intros now. Okay. We have, and what's interesting about this is he can actually proxy and block off that from counterattacks. So let's see what happens, man. I really don't know.
Yeah. Well, he's going to get this pylon down, going to throw down a gateway and start the aggression. Wouldn't be surprised if it was 2-gate either. I mean, this map has such a small rush distance, and this I haven't seen this build before, so very tricky to start.
Yeah, let's see. He's getting gas now, so he might want to do some kind of tech pressure here. Now, important to note is not only is this a proxy, but Terran cannot effectively counterattack, which really means that this is, and again, this is tailored specifically for this map. You would have to have a map that looked basically identical to this to ever do the same strategy with the same variables in play. Well, this is cool. We're all going to learn something here.
I love how he delays the probe scout to make it look normal. You know, this is the timing that a probe would normally come in. And now we're going to see this SCV try to go for a scout.
He might go for a quick CC here.
I think he's clicked into the base of MyuNgSiK, but this SCV is routed around. Yeah.
The pathing. This is where you see your SCV and you start cursing while you're playing. You're like, why is he not going where I told him to go? Now, notice, this is really smart by MyuNgSiK. He's doing a really good job of making it look like this is not a proxy. Because if this was a proxy, you would actually want him to make the command center. So he intentionally delayed it enough and then ran away. And I got to say, everything is going according to plan right now.
Yeah, and think about it. I mean, Protoss block all the time with one pylon, but is he going to know it's a rush? I mean, it doesn't look like it. He's going for a reactor. He's
That's
got
a really
no
good
units
point.
out. He's got SCVs and a mule.
So he doesn't even see the pylon just yet. And this is a problem. I mean, he's going to have to decide, does he want to cancel this command center or not? We see the bunker starting down here on the low ground. He needs to get rid of that first SCV as quickly as possible. Second pylon now coming down here at the entrance to the main.
Puts down the pylon. We got a Stargate as the follow-up. All the SCVs are going to be pulled here. The bunker does get canceled. He's going to remake it over here by this pylon.
Okay, he might have to cancel that pylon. He's shading forward here with the Adept. Now he starts up the next pylon right over here. And it looks like, wow, okay, he actually had enough time to keep that pylon alive, at least for the time being.
Here comes the Mothership Core coming in, but the pylon does get focused down, and the other one is not ready.
Okay, yeah, Zealots are now coming forward here. Mothership Core comboed here with the Zealot. Zealot's blocked in, though, by the SCVs. Bunker close to finishing, but he might be able to zone out the Marines before they can get inside the bunker!
He kills all the Marines. The bunker has to be salvaged. A cancel on the CC. And now with the pylon down here, he can begin to make more pylons. Oracles are being made right now. He's struggling to get bunkers and other buildings up in his main.
This is such a sick strategy. Dude, I love it. It's so smart, and he executed it so perfectly here. He's going to continue to push forward here. That pylon nearly finishing the warp and down there on the ramp. Also, SCV is going to have a hard time repairing this.
We do have another overcharge ready, and he does put it down.
Oracle about to pop out here, and he's going to be able to get the reactor, which is actually huge right now.
He's going to shade in here on top of that SCV. The bunker does go down, and the Mothership Core does as well.
Although I think the Mothership Core definitely served its purpose, and now there's Oracles out here.
Oh,
my God. This is absolutely phenomenal. And for this position here, the Adepts can zone out the Marines from coming back and protecting against the Oracles. So I would say that might be GG. This may be checkmate, yep. Valdez.
Look at the supplies, 38-14. He can only make one Marine at a time, and he's got no mining. Mothership back at home is making a Nexus, more Oracles. He's totally...
Yeah. I mean, there's actually nothing he can do. Look at the minerals going, or not going up, I should say, here for Cure. He has exactly 50 minerals to decide the next thing he wants to build. And I think from here, that's it. GG! MyuNgSiK takes game number 1 with a down and dirty cheese.
That was about as dirty as it does get, tasteless, but that's what we expected. It's the finals here. It's a best of 1. You have to prepare a build. And Cure, not seeing it early enough, did not see the rush. Even with the SCV going all around, I feel like he didn't take the necessary precautions. Put down the CC down on the low ground. He could have made that on the high ground. Wait until he got a scout off. He could have made a bunker earlier. There were a lot of different things. He could have gone for a different build, go for more Marines before the reactor. And,
it does highlight the real danger of doing a fast expand on that map. That if you do cheese, it's going to work unless you're ready for it. Sometimes we see these proxies and it's like, well, let's see how they control their units. I mean, that time around, that seemed to be a pretty brutal counter. This right now here at the start, putting MyuNgSiK and SKT in a very good position.
Yeah, so the question is now, who do you send out next for Jin Air? We are going into Runes of Ceres for game number 2. They have to pick a player who they feel can defeat MyuNgSiK and then go on to the next map, Orbital Shipyard, for game number 3 and do well there too.
Yeah, this is a tough call here, and good play there by MyuNgSiK to just throw a wrench in the gears of Cure. You were saying earlier, Valdez, that Cure is regarded as the best when they're in the practice house. That would indicate to me that he probably survives a lot of macro games, probably mechanically is superior to some of his teammates, but to use a build like that, especially a build, you can really only use that once in a tournament, okay? That's not like... you're going to go climb your way to become a GSL champion, winning best of 5s, throwing that one out every once in a while. Not going to happen. But to throw that out once in a tournament, there's not as much that Cure can do to prepare for that. He probably had a lot more preparation in late game, macro-style play, how to properly secure his third base, and the rug was pulled right out from under him with MyuNgSiK doing a strat like that.
And it kind of surprises me that he does go for that kind of greedy economic play on a map like that, Ulrena. Like, he was planning to play MyuNgSiK, a very aggressive Protoss, on the shortest rush distance map by both ground and air.
Yeah.
He goes for a fast expand on the low ground. It just didn't add up, And so now MyuNgSiK, he's done his job. Even if he gets taken out here, he's gotten that one win that they need out of him. They have so many other players behind that they can use.
Well, who do you think they end up using next year?
Well, it's kind of an interesting spot. I was talking about this before. We got Runes of Ceres up next for map number 2, and then Orbital Shipyard. So I think you need, if you're Jin Air right now, you want someone that's going to win 2 in a row. And Runes of Ceres, Maru's come out a lot on that map. He's not that comfortable against Zerg. Zergs aren't going to come out too often on Orbital Shipyard.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I think it'll be Maru.
Yeah, I don't think you bring out SOS yet.
No.
I think you save him. He's the last chance, because SOS can basically beat anybody.
Yeah.
And he's got such a weird play style as well that I would say you park him, save him for later. But let's see who they pick. We're going to find that out soon.
They need SOS. This is the problem. They need SOS or Rogue to be able to take out the 2 Zergs on SKT. They need them to take out Dark and Sue, assuming they both play, because Maru has said it before. He's scared of playing Dark. He doesn't want to play against Dark.
Yeah, so, I mean, even if Maru wins here, I would assume you hard counter with Dark maybe.
You could do it.
Throw him out there. And then I think they would try to hard counter that maybe with Rogue. But I don't know. Rogue has been having a hard time.
Yeah,
especially in the last month.
Leagues.
Yeah, he's not been doing as well.
He did come out and defeat Zest in the finals of the Silver Challenger match to get them to this Gold Challenger match, the finals here of round 1. So, and he did a really cool build on Dust Towers, I think it was, or maybe Orbital, one of those maps. But he Baneling dropped a Protoss from 2 different directions, and it got him the win.
We've had a lot of cool drop plays here in Legacy, which has made it really interesting because for a while there wasn't a lot of creative stuff that Zerg could do besides make Banelings at the front and pray that they would win the game.
Break the front. Yeah. If they're not prepared,
they're like,
he
doesn't have enough stuff. Look at that. I'm so good. Yeah. So now Blizzard's really made it a lot more dynamic as far as options for Zerg early on here. We do have our player joining in here, so we're going to find out in a moment who it's going to be.